rolling out of here this morning, as you can see, of course. Basically, our entire time here, we had no power. Yeah. So, of course, this elevator isn't working. So, what do we get the joy of today?
The joy?
Morning calisthenics? Morning exercises?
Yes.
Well, you know, after those Doritos last night, I think you could use some morning exercises.
You can show this one. It doesn't work anymore.
What was this? The trash?
Yeah, the trash.
So this is Soviet era building here, of course. This is the view out overlooking Kyiv, and just see it in the panorama. Huge city this morning, and we're going to get our day started powerless. We've got to go get a vehicle fixed. We thank you for being here. Let's get it going. About 5 more meters and we're in. Let me watch it. Watch us cross it. And we're in Ukraine. We've got to cross it. We've left the apartment now, and literally main focus this morning is to get the van fixed. We are loaded, and we've got a little issue here in the front end. But we're literally, half a mile from the apartment. We come to a service station. Of course, nobody's here. They told us the region we need to go to. So we're trying to get communication, maps, call people. I was trying to call a guy in Khmelnytsky. We have zero communication.
Yeah. One man is working here, but there is no electricity, so it's closed. And I'm trying to use the Google Maps, whatever. It's zero.
It doesn't work. I tried to call my buddy in Khmelnytsky. No connection. Honestly, the stream you guys saw last night, we would have never gotten it up because we were just coming to Kyiv for one day, so we did not bring Starlink with us. I asked Jania, I said, we need Starlink? No, it's Kyiv. We'll find some internet. And we did, but I did through my American system, my T-Mobile international pass, so it was giving me access to hit like all the towers. So I was going Kyivstar, Vodafone, LifeCell, it'll use them all. But on our mobile internet, nothing all night. No power, no internet, no communications. And here we sit this morning trying to get going, and we've just heard to turn left.
Yeah, we'll try to use offline map maybe.
We got the vehicle fixed. Giving it a test drive and everything's good. So we're trying to get a cup of coffee, and we got to meet one more guy. So we came to this place. So what did you say it is?
It's like a dead city.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, 11:30 Saturday, not PM, AM.
And nobody. Look at this. Business is closed.
There is one person.
There's one person.
And she works here.
And she works here.
Yeah.
So we're hoping we can go down to this cool food and at least get a cup of coffee. But as you can see, guys, so typically, Jacob, this would be rolling. On a Saturday morning, kids everywhere. So we found one place. We'll get a pancake and a cup of coffee here. Let me teach you a new English word. This will probably be the title of the program tonight. The ghost town of Kyiv.
Ghost town, yes.
You understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
This is ridiculous. Think about the money even just to keep some of these lights on, and there's nobody here.
I don't know. It's like, it looks terrible.
It is terrible. But we're here to show the reality of this war.
It's empty. I mean, nobody.
Nobody.
They're coming out of business.
Done. That's my concern for when the war's over, the people that have left and have started new lives.
Yeah, it's like,
how do they come back?
I don't know.
And it's gonna be difficult. I got one boy here. Привіт! Що граєш? О, вот. Супер. Ти будеш YouTube сьогодні вечором. Америки. А, круто. We just left the mall, got a coffee, and now we're heading over to meet a guy.
Mm-hmm.
But you just made a very profound statement, how sad it was what we just witnessed.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a capital city, and it's so sad. And what about the smallest places?
Other cities.
The other cities, yeah. What about, and I don't even touch the places like Bakhmut.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're
And
right
so
here,
on.
just so you guys know, we're in downtown Kyiv, basically. We're just right down the road from the big motherland statue and the huge golden dome church you often see on the news. That's exactly where we are, right in the center. And it's just very, very sad. You know, there are cars moving around, but power is a huge problem here in Kyiv.
Yes.
And of course that affects everything else. And honestly, when you get into these stores, I have to call it a ghost town.
Yeah.
Well, we've just made it out of Kyiv.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, well, let's be honest. We want to take care of the vehicle that everyone bought. The church
Yes,
bought.
and we need to
and we
make
don't-
sure that it will not like.
We've got some issues.
Yes.
We need the Navara. That's all there's to it. Just for the winter.
We just need to fix that for
We
this
need this
moment
fixed
for
too,
sure.
right?
Anyhow.
What can you share with folks about the lunch we just had? Or the little, you can't say much, but how good was that?
Great people.
Mm-hmm.
Great people who fighting, who loving their country. And
We were in Kyiv, and we
Yeah.
were able to have a birthday time with the commander
Yes.
and on a base.
Mhm.
And
Що
он сказав? I can see it.
Бум, бум.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Бачите,
Перекидайте заднім правом.
що є?
The tire.
Is?
The tire deformed. It was the big something. I mean, we.
Ви ж сказали, що досі.
Да, we'll see.
Okay.
It's the tire got this kind of like bump on it.
Yeah. Deformed is
Oh,
right.
like I mean, not
Yeah.
deformed, it bumped. And
Okay.
it's the deformation.
Yeah.
And it was. I think we got it somewhere.
On those roads.
Yeah, on the bad roads.
Anyway, we had a nice time there with soldiers.
Yes.
And able to encourage them, greet them for the birthday, shared lots of personal moments with them, and made new contacts. Serious contacts.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I did enjoy that being there with that kind of people.
Yeah.
One is having the kids, and he's originally from Israel, and
Yes.
he's volunteering here,
IDF.
and it's like.
But think about this, just so you guys know, we really can't say anything about it. There was no pictures, there was no video. It's not allowed, of course, and we didn't even ask. We just went there and enjoyed, and we can tell you about it. But an air alarm went off during our birthday dinner with the commander, and his phone rang instantly, and he says, "Don't worry, it's just some MiG-31s up on the border. They're not even loaded. It looks like they're practicing, and 2 shaheeds." I mean, he knew instantly.
Yeah,
So for you guys that, you know, are concerned about our safety, yeah, we go to some dangerous places, but we do have really good people that work with us and help us. So it's good. So thank you.
yeah. And by the way,
Yeah.
this is what did I like when they like found what PG is doing in Ukraine. He's volunteering here. He says, "Okay, thank you from all the people of Ukraine." To Greg and all the people involved in that kind of
Our
supplying.
church, the people watching
Yes,
YouTube, everything.
all over the world.
Reddit.
So thank you.
Yes.
Not from like just civilian people, from military people, from the guys
Yeah.
and commanders. Thank you.
He was a big boss. So
Yeah.
very good. So thank you guys. I'll walk outside real quick and give you all a view. We're here, and we're on the road outside of Kyiv. We're between Kyiv and Zhytomyr, and what I can tell you is when the war began, this is the road that the Russian tanks were coming in and trying to take over. So it's this freeway here. Just gives you a view. Got a nice sunny day today, one of the very, very few. And typical tire service here. Looks like we might have got to the right guy. We're now on our way back into, actually heading on the road from Kyiv to Zhytomyr. Then we'll head Zhytomyr to Vinnitsa. We're going to pick up a power inverter there, and then we leave from Vinnitsa and we head to Khmelnytsky. We'll get in there tonight. So we want to go ahead and give you the update on the main news of the day. Really 4 or 5 major things happening today, but the biggest story is Ramstein. Ramstein was the meeting of the Western powers on would they provide tanks to Ukraine or heavier munitions, but specifically the big deal here is the Leopard tanks. Russia came out yesterday and the day before and says, don't even think about it. If you do that, we're going to increase what we're doing. Well, the news just came down that the tanks are not going to be supplied.
What a disappointment.
Yeah, Ukraine is very disappointed right now. Germany coming out and saying very clearly, no, the tanks are not coming. They were even talking earlier about a game, and Zelensky replied to it. It says, okay, U.S., you give Abrams and we'll give some tanks. And Zelensky came out and said, okay, what kind of game are you playing? This people are dying here every day, and you're saying, okay, well, if you'll do this, we'll do this. What a joke. What a joke from Germany. Very bad day for what's happening there. And very, very disappointing. Right now, all the news channels are lighting up, and it's just disappointment because this war is continuing and very ugly, and Ukraine needs tanks. It's disappointing.
Absolutely. I mean, really, we're really thankful to all who supports us and who supplying anything, sure. But we need tanks.
Yeah.
We need tanks to survive.
Well, if you remember the video we showed a few days ago when we were traveling out of Izum heading down to Bakhmut area, we would show the camera right at the window of those villages with every house destroyed. Well, how do you think those houses were destroyed? They were destroyed with tanks. The tank will go down the road, aim at the house, blow it up, go to the next one. And that's the only way to defend against that is with more equipment. Now, while we're getting blocked from the Ramstein from getting more tanks, Russia today transferring more equipment to Belarus. It continues to come. And in line with that, Poland, their defense ministry came out just a little while ago and says, we're looking and analyzing, and we see that if there is another second major offensive coming in from Russia, they're actually going to come, we think, from Bryansk and come down into that Sumy, Kharkiv, and Poltava area. So that's coming from the Polish ministry. In fact, you and I have talked about that. I mean, when we're driving all these many miles and kilometers, we talk about all this stuff and go, if I was invading Ukraine, I would have tried to take Kharkiv and not Kyiv. We came across the bridge in Dnipro the other day. Well, if I was fighting against Ukraine, I wouldn't blow a house up, I'd blow the bridge up. But, of course, we're dealing with terrorists. But this Polish intelligence and defense ministry kind of makes sense if they do. They're not going to come for Kyiv again. That would be suicide.
Yeah, I think they realized where they can fight, at least somehow. They checked different areas, and they have their own spies. The people who pro-Russian in Ukraine, they are being paid, and I think they informed the Russian intelligence for how strong is Kyiv and that surroundings.
Well, we've just spent 2 days in Kyiv, and yes, Kyiv has major electrical grid problems, but you do not want to attack Kyiv. That would be absolute suicide. Now, with that said, on the east and the south, Soledar, very tough. Bakhmut, we got the news that the Ukrainian position is stabilizing.
Yeah, first time during a couple weeks, it's confirmed that it's much better now. No comments about Soledar, but Bakhmut.
No, Bakhmut,
much better now.
standing strong. This news came from the Israeli Defense Forces that Russia's making a decent push in the south. They've pushed up to within 35 kilometers of Zaporozhye, and of course, Zaporozhye, major city. And who knows, once we get down to Nikopol in that area, we may even get to Zaporozhye, and we'll be able to show you guys what Zaporozhye looks like. Last couple of things. Hungary, of course, an ally with Russia, no matter what anybody says. Orban. Hungary today coming out and officially accusing Ukraine of atrocities against Hungarian people in the Transcarpathian region of Ukraine. So, what on earth is that about?
It's nothing.
It's madness. Are Ukrainians torturing people over there in Transcarpathia? This would be the region of, we gotta be careful, we're going by check stations. And you having fun?
Yes.
Did you honk the horn?
Yeah, I like it.
He had to honk the horn. We had a little issue there, but all settled.
Don't worry.
Why even have these mad statements come out that Ukraine is doing atrocities?
I think
seriously,
it's like the same like it's same nature as like Germans saying we cannot do anything about the tanks because we don't know how to improve it. The mechanism doesn't work. We need probably to change and think better about the mechanism of voting.
Yeah,
and
just talking.
Like it's the same that it's. I believe it's just the same that Russia and Putin doing the statements that the special military operation. The main reason was having a peace. So they're killing to have a peace.
Exactly. Well, that's he said that in his speech the other night.
Yeah. So it's the same. The Hungary. They expressing their position and whom they support.
It's obvious.
It's creating more pressure on Ukraine and blaming everything.
We know that Georgia, the nation of Georgia, not the state, the nation of Georgia came out today and said that they are right on the edge of initializing direct flights back between Moscow and Georgia and getting things back to normal again. You know, I'm in Ukraine right now. We're literally on a main highway driving. This is a Ukrainian man. We're driving from Kyiv to Zhytomyr right now. And, you know, we talk about it all the time. We spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours in this van and soon to be the Navara truck. I just tell him straight. I said, man, I'm sorry and I'm here to help. And our group, our church, this YouTube community, all of our family that is here watching, that is supported through money and buying things on Amazon, we're here and we're going to support. But it seems to me that governments, the West, United States, major European nations, are using this war, and Ukraine is a sacrificial lamb right now, so that Russia can be weakened. It's like they're counting the shells that Russia's firing every day and go, okay, they've got 1,000 less. They've got 1,000 less. They've got 1,000 less. That's what it seems like.
But what about our kids, our lives?
That's exactly right.
Who counts that?
It's ridiculous. It's called a sacrificial lamb, and it's unacceptable.
For me, it's okay. What is that? Like, I mean, having money, what? Like, I mean, who can, like, I mean, pay that price? It's not possible to discuss about the price when our people are dying, kids, parents, daughters, fathers, mothers.
Today, and we already discussed this with you guys, but today when we were in Kyiv and we were honored to meet with some high-ranking military folks, the last thing we did was the actual guy from Israel that was there led a little, I don't know how you describe it, but a little ceremony.
Yeah.
And we honored those that have given their lives.
And they said, one of them said, the most important for us, it's a challenge, and we have to remember it every hour, for that the price was paid, but all of those heroes who died would be worthless.
Well, that was actually the big boss. He said He said, we cannot let those, yeah, exactly, those soldiers and people who have given their lives, it cannot be in vain. Meaning we can't quit.
Yes.
So he said until victory, and that's what we say, until victory. So that's the story for today. Big stories, Ramstein, van fixed, and you saw the power situation in Kyiv. So we hope.
And last night, like we got the news from Solidar.
Mhm.
Our guys doing their best to make it short, fighting until, I mean, they doing their maximum. And so we stand with them in all of that areas, and
Yes.
we will support. And during we drive, right this moment, being unloading the other vehicle and doing preparation for the next aid we will provide to the east, and it's important.
It is important.
And it's important for people to share the truth.
Please
Please share the truth.
hit the like button, say something in the comments. All of that helps the algorithms for more people to have it pop up on their screen. That's what it's all about. So we thank you for doing your part, not only in your faithfulness watching, trying to learn the truth and be educated from inside Ukraine, but also from giving, sharing, liking, commenting, all of those things. It's deeply appreciated, not only from us, but from all of Ukraine. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Alrighty, well that's it. We'll see you guys in 23 hours, if not before. So with that said, we'll say this, a good night to all.
To all a good night. Here's the heart. Okay, like this.
Oh, ho, ho.